guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire and this is Polly Put the Petal On. And today guys, I'm coming to you. You'll have seen it on the thumbnail. I've made this has caused me chaos. I'm going to show it you. It's caused me nothing but mither, because what I wanted to use, guys, were these flowers. If you remember, I particularly wanted to use these two pom-poms because of the colouring. I underestimated the size of this box. Really, it's not that big. So when I started to panic, thinking these are a little, because I wanted to put pumpkins in it as well. Let me show you. This is what I've come up with today. So there's the arrangement. It's got these berries in at a push because and yes, I like the berries because they've lightened it, and now you can see the flowers. You'll see in the video as we go along. I was hitting hiccup after hiccup, literally, because like I say, I underestimate, yeah, the size of this box. Like I say, because you know, and these pumpkins, now I chose the smallest pumpkins of the lot, and I've put 3 in because I wanted them to bounce off each other, sorry, and the colours were what's in these flowers. So what I had to do was go back to the drawing board and then choose just these off the bunch. This was the bunch that I wanted to use. So I just chose the daisies, which was a stem of 3 daisies, and I've cut them down, wired them and stem text them. Let me hold it up to you properly. I had feathers in it. I took the feathers out because the feathers in the end got lost. You're going to see it as we go along. And yeah, it caused me a little bit of heartache, this did, really, because it wasn't as straightforward as I thought in my mind. And like I say, the reason being, it was out of scale and proportion, and I thought I can't because I'll pull myself up for it, you know. And so I've got the 3 pumpkins in the slightly off centre because I wanted it to be able to carry it still like that. So I always knew that I wanted one arrangement up one side and almost a smaller scale. So as you can see, it's almost asymmetric. It's not asymmetric, but it's almost asymmetric in the fact that this side is taller and there's more flowers in it. There's only 3 in this, there's 5 in that, if you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 3 in this one. And like I say, it's taller this side than it is this side, because that's how I always imagined it. But it's caused me nothing but chaos. But I've done it. I like it. I think it looks very pretty. I just wish that I could have I mean, I could have gone back to the drawing board entirely, and I've only just thought of that now as I'm talking to you. I could have gone and got one of my wooden trays, not trays, it's like a trough, like a wooden trough that Carl made me a few years ago. I could have gone and done that and done the exact thing that I wanted to do in one of those, but I've only just thought on. And yeah, I wanted to do it in this caddy. I think it's very nice. It's very pretty. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's a little autumn pumpkin design, and it's in that very fashionable, very now burgundy, the burgundy tones. And yes, there's a little bit of orange, but you know, when I was looking for a filler, I thought, oh, well, I'll fill it with the orange, and the orange just didn't go, funnily enough. Even though there's burnt orange, maybe it was the wrong orange that I've got in fillers and stuff, you know. Well, for instance, this is, and yeah, it is for a start, because this is more orange, isn't it? And it just wouldn't lend itself to this. It'd have to be that kind of orange, or even the orange that's on the outer petals of that daisy. But yeah, so that's what we've got. It's very pretty. I do like it. and I am happy with it. I'm happy with those berries in it as well. So that's what I came up with today. There will be more arrangements and there'll be more wreath making. I've got something to do. I still haven't done that for my friend. I need to do that. I've got a wreath coming up. I'm signing in and signing off here now, guys. Literally because I may be speeding some of it up. Speeding some of this up, and sometimes it makes me out of sync with my, you know, when I start talking again, it makes me out of sync, which is bloody annoying when you're watching it. I hate seeing things like that myself. So I'm not going to do it to you. So I'm going to say hello and goodbye. So that's what I came up with today. Like I say, this is, it's like almost like a line arrangement, and this one too. I did try and put another flower up there, but it would have met that, so I couldn't. And if I'd have put it a little bit, you wouldn't have seen it. So I just kept it to the 3. I don't know, guys. Hey, what do they say? What's that saying? The best plans of mice and men. Anyway, it's still lovely. It's still very pretty, and it's still in those beautiful, beautiful colours. And do you know, I think tonight I'm going to have it on my fireplace and I'm going to sit and have a little look at it. But I think actually I'm going to, it's eventually going to go in my haul, quite possibly. I still haven't put my autumn stuff out really. I mean, I've got a pumpkin there and a plate full of pumpkins there, and I've got some autumn bits there that they've just been stuffed into that vase. So, but I've got all my other pumpkins to get out and stuff. So I'm not sure. You may see it in the background somewhere. But that's it for now, and I hope you enjoy the video. I will be speeding bits up because, like I say, it's not a tutorial, you know, because I'm not a teacher, guys. I'm not a teacher, but you know, I can always give you hints and tips on the next one. Yeah. Oh, and I'll just tell you as well, that's the back. You see, I mossed the Oasis so that it wasn't exposed, because you always cover your mechanics, guys. And also another little tip for you is you don't leave stems showing either. And so you make sure they're covered. You never have exposed stems at the back. And not only that, some of this weight you will see has gone to the back. Can you see it's leaning over? And that's so that it would have a little bit of depth, but also actual balance. I mean, this isn't going to tip over anyway, and you know, if I was transporting it, I still don't think it'd tip over. But you make sure that you always have some towards the back. It just doesn't all lean forward, and you always make sure your stems are, I know you can see that a little bit there, your stems are covered. You never leave your stems exposed. So yeah, and as we go along and we make further arrangements, guys, we will, you know, I will give you more tips and stuff. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoy the video. Take care. I'll be back after the weekend, and I'll see you all then. Take care. Bye. Right, guys, so what I've done is I've put a full brick of Oasis in there. I've secured it with some frogs and some Oasis tacky sticky stuff. Can't remember the name of it. I've covered it with a little bit of moss front and back. Now I've put my Oasis so that it's come half an inch above the container, the actual lip of the container. I've covered the back, so I've covered my mechanics more or less. I mean, I know you can still see bits, but we're going to add some elements, aren't we? So I've chosen some feathers, guys. Now, and also I hit a little bump in the road in the fact that, let me show you these. I really wanted to use these flowers, especially that and that one, but no, they're just not, they're just, because of the pumpkins, I need a smaller flower head. And actually this caddy isn't that big when all's said and done, so they're out of proportion. So what I did, out of the same bunch there was these daisies, so I broke them into single units and I've put them on wire, quite sturdy wire, and just wound it, you know, secured that with some Stemtex. So let's get the feathers in. I'm going to have a higher side and a lower side, almost asymmetric. So I'm going to go round the back and place my feathers. And they've both got that side, but I've turned them so that you've got one pattern one side and a different pattern the other side. And I'm just going to offset that second one and bring it a little lower down, like that. That might need tweaking. I think it does. Let me do that. There we go. And then the same again with this, with the second set, which I have cut shorter, and there's no, I mean, I can't tip you up, but you'll see it on the finished. I've twisted the tip a little bit on the feathers on this side. These feathers will just remain straight and as they are. So I'm going to go in lower with those. I'm trying to get it so that you can see, but I can also see what I'm doing. So a little bit lower, and I'll have that one there. And all I've done with the pumpkins, guys, is I've put I've not put them in very well, have I? All I've done with the pumpkins that's better. Is I'll put them on cocktail sticks, because it's only polystyrene covered in the little velvet material. So I've put them on a cocktail stick, and I've not glued them in. I've not, because I don't want this to be permanent. I will switch this out. This, you know, this little caddy, this will be nice at Christmas. I've already done a Christmas one, if you remember. It'll be nice at Christmas, it'll be nice in spring, any time for this. And what I did as well was I looked at each side, so that was just like plain grain going across, but this had a bit of interest with the knot and the darker shades of wood too. So yeah, I'm going to take that feather out and put it back in. Just doesn't want to cooperate with me. There we go. That's exactly how I want it. Right, so that's what we've got so far. When you put two feathers in. Right, and then we're going to go in with some of these. I'm going to create a little line with my little daisies. Actually, I may just put a little bit of this fern in. I thought I'd cut one piece off. And we'll go down with a bit of fern, and I may come taller too, like that. That side with that. This isn't very tall, so I'm going to have to go taller with something else, unless sorry about the noise, guys. There we go. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to put behind there. Yeah, I'll see how I go along. And now I think I will start placing some flowers. So I've got two very dark ones, so what I want to do is save those for the middle, really. So what I'll do is I'm just bending that head. That's the beauty of it being on that wire. Now I'm going to bend that head, and I'm going to so there's the first. And I'll bend that slightly. And I'm just going to come slightly to the side. I think this caddy is lovely, but with the handle being there, so I'm going to come forward and to the side, like so. My idea for this basically is so you can still carry it by its handle, so I don't want to go past, do you know what I mean? So I want something here and then something there, but I still want to, and that's why I put the pumpkins there, even though they're not in centre, they're slightly off centre. It's so that you can still lift it and carry it, you know, and move it, sort of thing. So I'll put one there, one there. Then we'll go one here. You see, and I'd really like something heavier there as a focal, but I suppose this is the focal, so let's keep going. We'll go one there. One there. I think we'll definitely have a bit of that in there. Got some of that there. I'm going to follow it through. There. I think that needs to go straight on. That may be too tall. I'll swap it out with this one. Yeah, it's a bit fiddly with this handle, but in future I will be doing you know, other there we go. Other projects. Didn't finish the sentence. We'll have a little bit of this. Do I want... And I'd really like maybe another two of these. So I've got another bunch here. Get this Stamtex. And then we'll have another one here. It's lovely. I love the colours. What I'll do to give it some substance is push that there. Right, now really it's just a question of filling in, because I've got all my placements. I don't think them feathers are serving much of a purpose, to be honest, because I've not made them much of a feature. But I don't want those because they're too orange. it's lovely. It is lovely. Just need to fill it in with little bits and bobs, but haven't really got much in that colourway because obviously I was banking on the bigger flowers, using the bigger flowers, which then I wouldn't have needed. Right, I definitely need to find something. Now I did bring this filler up, orange, but oh, it's not too bad. Because there's orange on the pumpkin, on the tips of these, and on the tips of the sword fern. But I'm just wondering whether this is just a bit too orange. Yeah, it is. So it's looking lovely, but I've got nothing to fill it in with, guys. Unless I've got this. And that's not too bad, is it? It's going quite nice with that, the tip of that going quite nice with that burgundy pumpkin. Now I know I said no to this leaf, but let's try again. I'm taking this out because it's overpowering the flowers, and so is that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a little bit of fern down. Right guys, I have looked at all the orange products, you know, to bring that orange pumpkin in, but you know, there's orange on the end of these, so what else did I bring? Anyway, what I thought was to put some of these berries in. You can't go wrong with green. Green will always neutralise. And the bonus of this is it's also going to fill in, so we're going to add some berries. I'm going to bring that flower further out. Go. You see, you might not be able to see, but I can still see the oasis, and I don't want to. And I took the feathers out, guys, because they were lost in amongst all this at the back. It just goes to show, doesn't it? You think you've got a recipe in your mind, which I did have. But then it was out of scale. But those berries have neutralised it and lightened it, and it's not so dark anymore. Yeah, I like those berries. Got those from Temu. And put it back in. There we go. And that now needs to go on a longer, and there's one there. I never made it earlier. And there we go. And there we go. I think, shall I bring one up? Oh, my little stalks fell off my pumpkin. Where's it gone? It's probably in there, isn't it? we go. There we go. I'm not doing anything else to it, guys. Yeah, I think that will do. I'm just going to go and sit and look at it.